Tony starting off this hour in Texas. Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hello. How you doing, Dave?
Better than I deserve,
I'm doing
man.
Good, thank you.
What's up?
There you go. A few questions, man. I've been struggling with this the last couple of years. I owe everything I have. I'm about $150,000 in debt. Have trouble sustaining a job, man. What do I do? I owe a side-by-side, a mobile home, about $40,000 for the mobile home, 12% interest on that. On my side-by-side, I owe 7% interest, about $18,000 for that. On my two pieces of land, the one with my mobile home on, the one I live on, I owe about $40,000 with that, and it has 12% interest on that. And another piece of land that I owe about $20,000 on, and I don't owe no interest on that. Don't know really what to do at this point.
Are you working now?
No, I start my new job on the 25th of this month.
You said you've had a hard time keeping a job. Why?
Don't know. I just not because I get fired or anything like that, but just can't, go to work. Don't know what the problem is.
I mean, I'm sorry, you can't go to work. What do you mean?
Yeah, I just up and leave the job. I mean,
you up and leave the job?
Stress.
Why would you walk off from a job?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you do.
So
I mean, that's random.
Stress.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. There's two sides to the equation. The income side and the outgo side. And, creating, when you can go create an income with this thing called work, you are your most powerful wealth building tool. How old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
Okay. All right. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, GED.
Okay. And what kind of jobs have you walked away from?
I'm talking $2,000 a week jobs, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000.
Doing what? Doing what?
I build foundations for like transmission lines and substations, and this last job I was on, we built a fish hatchery.
Okay, so you've been doing construction work, and you've been making $1,000, $2,000. So you're making $50,000 to $100,000 a year, depending on how much you work.
Yes.
Okay. Was your dad a hard worker?
Yeah, he was a very hard worker.
Okay. I'm curious why that didn't rub off.
Tony, here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. I'm gonna say this: the common denominator is you. It bothers me at 35 years old. You're my age that you don't know why you don't have a job. So before we can address the income part, you got to get a job and keep a job. I mean, at the end of the day, because you can't get an income if you won't stay on the job.
Yeah. Here's the thing: you become who you hang around with.
Yeah.
And so my guess is that maybe you've been hanging around with people that are acting the same way.
Right.
And so you may need to choose more carefully who it is you spend time with. You speak like the people you hang around with. You work like the people you hang around with. You read the same books, watch the same TV shows as the people you hang around with. We all do. We know this about little kids. That's why we don't let our little kids run around with a juvenile delinquent, because your kid's going to be a juvenile delinquent. You run around with, who you run around with, and my guess is that you've kind of gotten caught in this thank God it's Friday, oh God it's Monday culture of group of friends that think that way. they live for the weekend and, party up all their money all on the weekend and make absolutely no progress. And so it's up to you. You can do what you want to do, but you called and asked. So once you ask, I'm obligated to tell you. So I think you've got, if I'm you, if I were your older brother, I'd put my arm around your shoulder and kick your butt.
Absolutely.
And cause you to say, hey, man, you're going to have to discipline up here. You're going to have some self-discipline and stick with some of these good jobs. And then once you've got that steady income, because you stay on the job, you don't just wander off, which is so random, man. You don't just wander off. Then, you can say, okay, which piece of land do I want to keep? Which one do I want to sell? And then let's pay off the one I'm going to keep, sell the other one. If we're going to live in this mobile home, let's get it paid off. And that's a first step. Then maybe we build a house on that property someday. Because the mobile home is not a good long-term investment.
No.
Neither is the side-by-side for that matter. And so, you get this stuff paid off, and if you're going to have toys and stuff like that, you got to have them paid off, and that means working. And you work like a crazy man to hit those goals. And what if you had zero debt? How would that feel? That would feel great, but that's going to require a lot of steady, consistent work. And so, you might want to look around and go, hey, who in my life, what supervisor have I had that had his crap together? Yeah. Or what friend have I had that seemed to have his act together? And then sit down with them and say, man, would you walk with me and help me get dialed in on this? Because I'm struggling with this. Sometimes you need a good man in your corner to push you along. But, until you get that diligence thing up, you're going to struggle.
Struggle a lot too. I mean, and here's the thing, Dave. He was making $2,000 a week. That's $6,000 a month living in Texas. That's good money.
Yeah,
good money. So it's the mental to me.
But you and I have both known people like that when we were growing up.
Absolutely, I still know people like that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But they're not my close friends.
They're not at all.
Because I become who I hang around with.
Yes.
So. Hey, dude, check out a good church in your area. You may find some guys there that'll walk with you, too.
Yeah.
And that might be good for your heart.